Yeah, I definitely was surprised by all the aggression, but not just that people were mad. You know, people were mad all the time, but just the fact that there wasn't really a body of people that were either separating individuals or any sort of law enforcement, any sort of university enforcement that was there to keep things in check.
What was it like when that wall, we've seen that barricade for almost a week now, when that wall started to come down? Can you describe that moment for us?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it felt like a tidal wave because the wall was shifting, people were holding it up and supporting it and walking towards you. It was almost like being maybe jousted or something like that, you know, just a crowd of people mobbing straight towards you and not very many places to go. It was pretty dramatic.
Were you worried about your own safety at any point?
Yeah, I definitely kept my head on a swivel. I was worried that if there's something I couldn't see, a projectile was thrown and was lobbed in my direction, I wouldn't be able to react fast enough. And I really was worried about cars and how easy it is for cars to access the space that we were at. And I've seen cars run through protests before, and that was going through my mind because there's really not much I can do if I'm in the path of that. That's sort of it.
Talk to me a little bit about the weapons you saw out there. We saw and heard about bear spray and pepper spray, but there were other weapons as well. What did you see? What was being used?
Yeah, in terms of weapons, they all were improvised. They're all found here. When a barricade was pulled off, if it was broken, if it was smashed, people would tear it apart and sort of salvage those pieces, those pipes that were coming off the barricades. They'd snap pallets, snap pieces of wood. Water bottles were used. People were getting darted left and right with water bottles, and everything was just kind of found here and improvised on the spot.
Trevor, if there's one image that stays with you, what would it be?
I'll remember how people stood up and constantly tried to mediate and de-escalate the situation when there were waves of aggression, waves of panic and frenzy. There were still people who were backing people up. They had been hit, they've been bloody, they've been bruised, and there was still, in some ways, a bit of a sense of humanity, and there were still people in this mess, in this mob, that we're trying to be helpful and helping people up and getting them to safety. And I think those are the people that shine through in my mind.
All right. Trevor Jackson, thank you.